The application has a number of routines to help the user if migrating to this application from another. Let's call that the legacy application. The import of supplier records, stock records, and setup and opening of account balances are dealt with in other tutorials. In this tutorial, we're looking at import customer records. We recommend that this is done as a 3-stage process. The first is to export the customer records from the legacy system and organize them in a CSV file, which you should be able to open in a proprietary spreadsheet program so that it is set out a little like this. It is important to ensure that the correct data is in the appropriate column, because when imported by the application, this will determine where it is placed in the customer record. Ensure that the preferred contact type is set to hard copy if there is no main contact email address. If there is a main contact email address, the default can be set to email for the sending of documentation. The account status will normally be credit account, but the user might wish to use payment with order, or payment before dispatch, or in dispute. The VAT type will generally be for UK customers and is set to UK standard. Alternatives are non-EU export and EU export. Unless you have already set up other revenue accounts in the application, then the sales account code should be set to DevSal, which is the default sales account. Days allowed are the days credit you allow the particular customer. Value allowed is the amount of credit you will allow this customer to take at any one time, and discount rate is applied to the list price of stock and order items when raising an order or a sales invoice. If required, the user can set up default department and/or project for any given customer. To ensure that the latest and best data is imported into the application, we would recommend that step 2 is to review the customer details and, where appropriate, make amendments or deletions. Step 3 is to import the customer records by clicking the Import Customer link. We indicate here that the file we are about to import has a header row, and here we identify where the file is located. Open the file and we can see that the location appears in the See CSV file to import box, and we can now click Import. Take care here to ensure that the file being imported is additional to any file that already exists in the application. Although the application checks for duplicate codes and customer names and shows them as an error, it is possible, if not careful, to import the same customer records many times.